So we have these main poses here. Pom pom pom, pom pom pom. And I need to animate this dude. So from here to here, it's going to have a big slow out. And then starts slide, and then pluck. Now these two poses, I feel I'm going to be closer to each other, and I'm going to hold this first pose for a bit longer. So that pose will be there, and eventually it's going to be sliding little by little. So I'm going to maybe grab this centimeter here that is moving only this. And I'm going to use this to just keep the character alive for these seconds. Like this is starting to slide. I'm going to add a slow out here. So it actually takes more time, and then boom. Here this pose here is just an in between these two. So actually this pose should take some time. So let me put here 44, and then to this one 2. I need this transition between this pose and this pose to happen earlier. So I'm changing the timing. Maybe I can add this frame here. Now let's think about the sound that I want this to make. I want this to be like whoop, whoop. So that's the sound that I want. Oopsie. And maybe this frame here could be a bit lower. There you go. No, I feel here it's starting to get out of this pose too fast. So I want to increase here the slow out. So all of the numbers that I'm adding here, I'm saying like from this key and to the other key, this number here will belong to these properties of this key here as a slow out. So I'm saying like, hey, you know what? Add a slow out there. Ooh, boom. Boom. What if I slow out all the way here and I add like a 99? Let's try some crazy stuff. Not bad too. Let me get out of these drawers. Awesome. Boom. Boom. Okay, cool. So we're slowing out from here, and then boom. Boom. I don't like how the eye is moving too much from there to there. Another thing that I will consider is moving that part so it's coming towards the front. Now I feel like the pieces here are a bit disconnected. And also the space between the eye and this part of the head is being reduced. So I'm going to move some stuff around here. There you go. So the eye doesn't feel that he's sliding around. But if I keep the same distance between this part of the head and the eye consistent throughout my animation, I can keep my eye in a good position and don't feel like it's floating around. Boom. Exact same thing for this part here. Let me polish this stuff here. Boom. Awesome. Now this eye over here is moving too much. Maybe this eye. So okay, I'm going to do something. I like the animation that I have from here to here, the slow out. I like the timing. Now from here to here, 99. This should be 0, 0, 0. So I like the timing here. Now I need to manually do some stuff. And some of that stuff that I'm going to be doing is, first of all, break this on twos. So break all of these in twos. So for example here, no, wait, let me open this a bit more, here, awesome. And now I'm going to break all of these in twos so I can refine some parts in the middle. So I'm going to put this in twos, fuck, get rid of this, boom. Now I'm checking here my spacing. Here this could be a bit up, so I'm slowing. I keep slowing out, and then it's like I am accelerating from here to here. Now this movement could be a bit more rounded if I move this towards the right, this a bit towards the right. Boom. Boom. Maybe I can put this frame here. There you go. Boom. Boom. I can make this frame a bit lower. Boom. There you go. Boom. Boom. There you go. Now here there is a frame that is messing around, which is this one, over here. So I'm going to grab this body over here and I'm going to copy the exact same body from here to here. And here you can start dragging some stuff. For example, this leg could drag there like this. Boom, 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 boom. These colors of this dude reminds me to this show of the cat that is an alien. That was streaming in Disney XD. That show was fun. Boom. So there you go. I am fixing all of this stuff. Boom. So I'm drawing that head. This leg over here, instead of flexing too fast, I can progressively flex that leg to match the next pose, but little by little. This arm over here, I don't like that corner there, or it's this thing here. Okay, let's see. Yes, so let's start cleaning this part with this mask, but at the same time doing something like this. Now I feel like I'm losing volumes, so I have to extend this arm a bit down. There you go. I'm looking at my volumes, There you go, boom, boom. I'm looking at my arcs, what the arc of that arm is doing. There you go. Now what is that ear doing there? Boom, boom, boom. It's going up super fast, shouldn't go up like that. Boom, boom. Again, super fast like that. There you go, that's better. So it flows more natural. There you go, it's like boom. Now one of the things that I would like to control is also the eye, this volume of the eye, because it's sliding around from here to here. And I would like to control that movement. Maybe this eye here could be the last frame here. So I'm twinning all the way from here to there, instead of having like a crazy eye movement. And that eye movement will start changing around here. From here to there, I can start rotating this eye. So I don't feel like how this shape is floating or moving around from that pose to the next one. So this could easily start changing around here in a matter of one frame. Also, and from here to here, I'm keeping that shape there. Ooh, boom. We can even put this a bit more here. There you go. So it doesn't feel too much the change of the shape of the eye, and I'm hiding that change in the middle of the movement. Boom. And boom. And boom. Now this eye, let me make this eye a bit smaller. And boom. And here, this thing, I want to hide it inside of that line so it's not overlapping the mouth. And boom. And boom. And boom. Now it feels more solid. All of those parts feels a bit more connected, and it doesn't feel like it's just twinning around. But I modify some of those things to hold the time of those shapes for a bit longer. Look at that line here is messing around with me, and I'm going to be like, hey, stop. See, boom. Here I can start opening this eye. That is funny. There you go. Yeah. Boom. Yeah. Boom. Yeah. Boom. Now, let me double check something here. I feel I can drag this body a bit more. Maybe this leg, instead of going all the way towards the inside, I can keep this leg more straight. No, too abrupt, too abrupt, too abrupt. Let's keep it like as it was. Boom. There you go. That's all I need for this scene, because on the next one I'm connecting this dude folding. Now, another thing that I just found out is that this character should be closer to the other two characters. So I'm moving this character towards the right. And now I'm going to go here to the VG, which I drew here. And I'm going to get inside of this VG and move these shapes around a bit, so it still feels like this character is on top of this shape. There you go. So we have something like this now. That's better, that's closer to the animatic. Boom. Beautiful.